Hi there. Welcome to ERC TipsKnowLogy 8051 Microcontroller Programming Tutorial. For this problem, there will be a green LED which is connected at P1.0, and we also have two red LEDs which are connected at P1.2 and P1.3. All of these LEDs are active low. This means that if we want to turn it on, all you have to do is to put 0 on it, which is opposite the normal way that we do it, which is to turn an LED on, we put 1. But because it is active low, we will be putting 0 to turn it on. So if you want to turn it off, we will be putting 1 on it. Take note that 0 is like logic low and 1 is like logic high. So we will make a C program that makes the green LED to blink continuously with some delay. But when a high is sensed on switch P14, only the two red LEDs will be blinking. This means that we have a switch at P1.4. If this switch is on, the two red LEDs at P1.2 and P1.3 will be blinking. When this switch is off, then the green LED is the only one that will blink continuously with some delay. To start the program, we have to put hashtag include less than symbol reg51.h. It will be followed by unsigned long int x to declare our variable x for the delay. And then we will put sbit p10 equals p1 caret 0. This will be how to declare the ports that we are using. And then you can just copy the sbit p10 and paste it down 2 times. And we will just rename it to number 12 and the other one is number 13. And then after that, we will also be using P14 for the switch. So we have to put another S bit. This time we will make it 4, P14 or P14. Then we put void main void. After that, we will be determining whether the ports will be used as an input port or as an output port. To do that, we will put P10 equals 0, P12 is equal to 0, P13 is equal to 0, and P14 will be equal to 1. P10, P12, and P13 were made to be 0 because we will be using them as an output pin, while P14 will be made to be 1 because we will be using them or we will be using it as an input port. After that, we can put here while 1, which means that it will be repeating forever or continuously whatever is inside its braces. And in the first requirement, we have to check what is the switch position. So to do that, we can use if the switch is on P14. So if P14 is equal to, for example, 0, which means low, we will be blinking the green LED continuously. To do that, we will be putting here P10, which refers to the green LED, will be equal to tilde P10. This is to take the opposite value of that particular port every time it repeats running this particular statement. So P10 equals tilde P10, will simply make the green LED to blink. And let us put some delay here. So for x equals 0, x less than 10,000, x plus plus. That's it. We have checked if the switch is on the low position, and if it is true, then it will be blinking the green LED continuously with some delay. Else, if it is not in the low position, of course, it will be in the high position. Then we will be doing the other requirement, which is to make the two red LEDs to blink. And to do that, we can simply copy this part where we tried to blink the green LED. And instead of putting P10, we will be using the port P12 and the port P13. And to do that, I will simply make this P12, and then I'll copy this and put another one here, which will be P13. So when a high is sensed on switch P14, only the two red LEDs must be blinking. So we also need to tell what we will do with the green LED. Therefore, we will be putting here P10 will be equal to 0 if it is active high. But because our LED is active low, to turn it off, we have to put 1. On the other hand, when the switch is on position 0, we also need to tell what will we do with the other LEDs. And of course, the two red LEDs must be off. To do that, we will just put 0 to P12 if it is off in the active high LEDs. But because we are using active low LEDs, again, as I have said, we will be putting here 1 instead of 0 to turn it off. So if you want, you can also put some comments in your program like this, slash slash, and then you will put here your comment. For example, P12 is off. Or we can make it specific. The red LED at P1.2 is off. It's up to you if you always want to put some comments on your program, but it is suggested that you only put the comments when it is necessary. So like here, this is port 1.3 and it will be off. And here we can put a comment, for example, this will make the green LED at P1.0 to blink. That's it. And we can check our program again. So in the beginning, we usually put include the header file, followed by the variable x, which we used for the delay, followed by all of the ports that we need in our program, namely P10, P12, P13, and P14. Take note that you should not put periods on the names of the variable for the ports. Instead of putting P1.0, you have to cancel the period and you will just put P10. You may also use other names such as LED1, LED2, LED3, or you can put green, red 1, and red 2. But for this example, I simply used P10 to represent the LED, P12, and P13, while for the switch we use P14. Then after declaring all of the bits or the S bits for the single bits data type for the ports, you will put the main function followed by the declaration whether or the setup whether the ports will be an output port. If it is an output port, simply put 0. And if it is an input port, put 1. After that, we will put the while one function here to make everything inside to repeat continuously. And here we have on line 25, checking the switch if it is in the low position. If it is true, it will do line 26, 27, and 28 and 29 while the switch is off or the switch is in the low position. As I have said, you may put comments so that the program will be readable or clearer if you want to look at it again after some time. Else, if the switch is on the high position, we will be doing line 33 up to 36, which is to make the two red LEDs to blink. So here, I'll be putting red LED will blink is my comment. And here, another red LED will blink. Okay. And here, you can put a comment like the green LED is off. Take note that you have to be careful with the close braces. So here, this is the opening curly bracket for the main, and on this line we have the close bracket for the main. Here we have the close bracket for the while one, and this one is for the else, and the other close bracket here is for the if. So that's it. This is how to write the program for making the LEDs to blink depending on the position of your switch.